something, CM. I'm sure you're getting asked it a lot. Are you looking to fight again? Are you hanging up the gloves? I mean, talk to me.
Oh God, I don't know. I haven't really put much thought to it. Duke asked me yesterday. He's like, "Hey, if they called you, would you fight again?" And my answer was yes. But it's a situational thing, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. I thought you would ask me that. I didn't have a prepared answer for you. I apologize.
No problem.
No, it's honest.
And I.
Because obviously you were a big name coming in. It was your first fight against Micky Gall. Did you feel additional pressure? Not only is it your first UFC fight, but I mean, you're kind of coming in pretty high up on the card because you are who you are. So there's a lot of pressure added to that.
I didn't feel any pressure with that. I guess I'm one of the few that crossed over. So, I've seen both sides, and, I understand all criticism levied against me about being on a pay-per-view. But I've always said, I'll fight first on the prelims. I never gave a shit, you know what I mean? And when I was in WWE, you start off coveting that main event spot, and then you quickly realize, man, the spot on the card to be is right before intermission, so you can just shower up and chill, and people just saw you, so then they walk the concourse, maybe they'll buy your merchandise, and you can just kind of chill the rest of the night, or leave early, so it's, I didn't really feel the pressure, so to speak. The pressure to win, yeah, but not pressure just because I was on a pay-per-view, not a prelim.
Okay. Now, your first fight in the UFC obviously didn't go the way you wanted, but the second fight you did get some more time in there. So, I mean, do you feel, the real question is, do you feel like your thirst is quenched? Wait, did I say that right? Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Are you still hungry to feel that, or did you get that out in your second fight?
No, I don't think I got it out. I don't know if you ever really do. I mean, if you like doing something and you're passionate about it, I don't know if it ever truly leaves. And as I say that, I realize, wow, I used to really love pro wrestling, and that completely fizzled out. So, I'm contradicting myself with my answer. But no, I don't want to say what the future holds, but obviously, I don't want to be one of those guys that's just chasing a W if it's not really realistic. But you could deconstruct that last fight of mine, and I could always tell you that I better than I showed, if that makes any sense.
Sure. Hey, and Dana really criticized Mike Jackson after that. Did you feel that there was a criticism that he should have given him? Do you feel that he didn't fight you properly, or that he could have put you away faster? How did you feel about that?
I don't know. I don't know what the real criticism was. I don't know. What's the criticism, that I'm a scrub and he should have beat me and he was fucking with me, or I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to that.
No, I don't think it was that you were a scrub. I don't think it was of saying that you were a bad fighter or shitting on you. Just that he was in a position at one point of doing more damage and just didn't do it. I don't think it was a criticism of you as an overall fighter. Just in a moment where Mike Jackson had that position and didn't do what he should have done in that position.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what was going through Mike Jackson's mind. I mean, I know I was fighting, you know what I mean? And I was doing what I could to get from underneath, and I was rocked in the first round. And I know I look back at that second round, and I'm like, man, I stayed in closed guard for too long. I should have tried more shit.
Yeah, you know what, man? I think a lot, and I don't agree with a lot of that criticism of Mike Jackson, even though I know Dana was mad. I feel that you don't know how you're gonna. I mean, I think it was his antics in there. He had a little show. Either it was showboating, acting a little weird. But that could be anxiety. It's just he's fighting in front of a lot of people, man. He's fighting you, and you're a big name. So I think if he was acting a little odd in there, you might have to chalk that up as a dude that's went in his second time in the biggest show on the planet, and the first time he got smoked. Now he's in there with you. You know what I mean? So I could chalk that up as this guy just being under a magnifying glass and just being a little weird in there. You know what I mean? But hey, man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've never criticized I've never criticized Mike. You know what I mean? He got the win. He did what he was supposed to do. What am I going to say about it?
And the reason